Well, we've been building Jurassic Park in Minecraft for 105 days now, and we're finally done. I've been going insane, and I think, Martha, how have you been finding the experience?
I've lost it a bit. It's been a lot of work.
Yeah, I think we've put more work into this than any other project that we've done in Minecraft. So we're just going to give a quick world tour and then probably jump out a window. So, if we come on outside of the boat, this is the dock entrance to the park where everyone unloads. So this is actually one of the more recent additions, isn't it, Martha?
Yeah, I've just recently finished this.
So what have you put all the way along here down the dock on this side?
It's just the dock's pretty much bare apart from a couple of huts and seating places just to get like a snack while you're waiting for a boat.
Yeah, we're not going to
Um,
go all the way down, but down there
yeah.
you can see we have some like little boats that you can actually. What the hell was that sound? Oh, it's one of them. So there are some boats down there that you can actually put the dinosaurs on, and I think originally one of our plans was to put the dinosaurs onto the boats to transport them around, but that just never ended up happening, did it?
No, well, I've put a little hut down there that's like a boat tour for the island if you want to see some like wild
Hmm.
dinosaurs and all that sort of stuff. Thought that'd be quite a nice little addition, and plus you can get them to pay extra for it. Um,
Yeah,
but
so speaking
yeah,
of the island itself, it is actually the Jurassic Park symbol. You can't quite see it here because I don't think either of us have really gone much further than the jungle. My map's not completely loaded, but
I've gone quite far down. I've got like the arms and everything, but I haven't filled out sort of like the back spines of it. So
yeah, it's basically the symbol up we've got on this sign up on here, which is the proper front entrance to the park. So if we come on through, you'll see we do actually have a map on here that is labelled of the entire park. So we've got like the lazy river, we've got everything else. I think, what do you think, Martha? It's only fair to go straight down the middle, start with our first build, the laboratory, and then work our way round.
yeah, sounds good to me. Oh,
So we've got this little, I don't really know what to call this, display stand here with a Allosaurus, a Carnosaurus, and a Titanus. And I just fell off. So we'll come across, this is the Gallimimus paddock. We'll actually come around and have a look at this a bit later. This is one of Martha's main projects. The information hut in here with... I don't
please
even know
tell
how to
me
say
he's
that.
not textured properly for you.
He's textured properly. His eyes sort of scare me though.
He's got a massive black beard for me.
Oh yeah, that's on purpose.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, he's meant to have that. So over here, because Martha, all of our animals are definitely humanely treated, aren't they?
Yeah, all looked after
All
in the
looked
park.
after in here. There is no animal that is not humanely looked after, and they
Yep,
all live here.
this definitely goes to feeding all dinosaurs and
All
people.
however many dozen dinosaurs we have, there is
Mm.
nothing suspicious whatsoever.
Yep, and this is for all the herbivore,
Oh
the
yeah, of
nice
course.
big
Yeah,
wheat
yeah.
field.
The nice big wheat field that took us ages to make. Well, me, ages to make.
I did a small part of it.
Yeah, so Martha did the original bit, and then I came through and just like made it 4 or 5 times bigger. So you can actually, one of the really interesting things though is to see just how empty this part of the map was when we started. All of this was just like a normal field, and then this here was the very first thing we built, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean the original plan was to do a small town here, but I
Yeah,
think
that
both of
just,
us ran out of ideas.
it's one of those that just never ended up happening. We've got a fire extinguisher here. So, Martha, as the one who's done, well, designed this, do you want to talk us through the layout of the laboratory?
Well, it was all sort of over plans so we would come in and witness people working, essentially. And then we got some smaller little pens on the outskirts, of sort of like testing chambers almost, to see how the smaller dinosaurs were.
I
And
don't...
then I don't think there's anything in there anymore.
No.
Especially not that one. The other one that might have those little green
Oh,
shits knocking around.
yeah.
And then like a bigger one out here was basically the idea was to raise the babies, the big babies, and then send them out to wherever. I think there are some babies in there that I put in
There
recently.
probably are. I mean, we used this for the first lot of dinos in the herbivore area, and then immediately realised our mistake and gave up almost immediately. Because...
There are some babies in there unless they've despawned. So.
Well, we'll take the elevator down. So basically, this is where we've been doing literally all the dino creation. In here, Martha's got her plant area where she's been making all the plants from the mod.
Yeah, it was originally a house some dinosaurs that I don't know what happened to them.
What are these again? Wild onions. I don't think we ever used these, did we?
These are edible, so they might be on some menus.
Well, we'll head down into the basement. Oh, you beat me to it. Okay, so we've got the Nether portal, which the reason we've got this barrier on here is I think for like the first 3 weeks we just had continuous zombie pigmans coming in.
Yeah, there was a small invasion.
Just a small invasion. Let's go down here and we'll show the animal farm. But first, I just need to grab something. Yeah, we'll go down here. Oh, if Martha can make it.
Just jump.
So, what's this area, Martha?
Well, we needed some aquatic plants for to make some more plants, essentially. So this is my little farm for them. Thought I'd make it nice. About it, really.
Yeah, and then over here, this is a different place for animals. Definitely nothing suspicious.
Did you throw an egg at me?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna head onto the underside here. This is probably one of the darkest thing. There are some loose goats down here, Martha.
I have not got anything to do with that, so that's your problem.
Yeah. Yep, so as you see, it basically picks up an animal, takes them all the way up there, drops them off, and their loot then goes along here. And this switch determines whether or not that meat gets cooked or not. So you've seen this chest, we've got a bunch of cooked meat. In here, we've got a bunch of uncooked meat and raw materials, and some more raw materials in there. So, back in the lobby, we have over here some more storage grids. And down this side, we have Terry, which I will let Martha explain, because I still don't know why Terry is here.
I went to put some eggs in the system and accidentally spawned this guy, and now he's a mascot, so
yeah,
more or less it.
He's our favourite. He just sort of lives here. Oh, look, he's looking at you. So, in here, we have the heart of our storage system. So we have about 128k worth of storage, which is 50% full currently. And this is the system. When it loads, if it loads. Here we go. So you see, we've got quite a few resources in here. We have done a bit of a spring cleaning. And if we come over this way, this is one of the bits that I've put a lot of effort into. It is my factory, which has a sliding door. Here we go. Yep, so we've got the sliding door. This was the original factory. We did end up having to build a bigger one, because this one just wasn't working, really. So, we do have Robin over here. He's a nice little mascot friend. And then, down here, we have the original super smelter. I don't know, do you still use this super smelter at all, Martha?
Eggs.
Eggs. So, this essentially went from our main ore processing to Martha's egg production. Because, if you can't see, we eat cooked eggs. And Martha has been mass producing them and going a bit insane with it, to be honest. It's driving me a bit mad.
And cobblestone. I sometimes cook cobblestone.
And cobblestone. This was our original ore production machine. I don't remember how long ago I built this, but it must have been like week 7 or 8.
It was really early on.
Yeah, it was quite...
The shit ain't run for ages.
Yeah, we haven't really had a reason to be in here, apart from occasionally to come and give Robin a little hug.
The miner hasn't really been turned on at all. So.
Yeah. I mean, that we used up the entirety of that miner. As you can see here, this is one of several lag creators early on, Martha.
Well, you wanted food, so...
You're currently like... Okay. Yeah, so this is filled with eggs. Got a nice little kitchen. This... So, originally, I got a bit annoyed about how much we had in the system. So I made this nice little incinerator. You just basically grab whatever you want out the system. Let's say a stack of cobblestone, which actually is what I used originally. And then you just throw it in here, and what do you know? It goes and gets incinerated. Now, I originally incinerated about 10k worth of cobblestone, and then we ended up running out of cobblestone later, which sort of became a big problem. But through here, we have the villager detention centre, where all of our villagers are currently waiting. The ones that aren't already got a post. As you can see, they got a little window so they can look out at the ocean. Very nice of Martha to build them a little window, wasn't it?
Yeah, I give them a nice sofa and everything, so, you know.
Yeah, what more could they ask?
Very lucky.
What more could they ask for? So, we've got our bedrooms through here, which I'll wait for Martha to catch back up before we have a look at. Yeah, so I've built a lot of these sliding doors, in case you can't tell, around the park.
So I was a bit limited because there's a lift here. So the entrance is quite simple, but I put my guns on the wall, because why the hell not?
I mean...
Put some dinosaur toys around, just because, you know, it's in with the theme. And then my prized possession, my diamond fishing rod.
I think, if I remember, didn't I make you that to get you to
Yeah,
do something?
well, I ended up making the other ones as well.
What was it that I told you if you did it, I'd make you a diamond?
It was the herbivore walkway.
Oh, God, don't remind me. So, in here... Oh, you've got baby dodos now. What happened to the last lot?
You killed them.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right, actually.
Yeah, so it's quite a simple little room, but I like the lanterns, and I got some little dodo friends. These were gonna be the start of my army, but kind of got distracted and never managed to.
Which is probably for the best. Over here we have mine.
Dodos died.
It's quite a bit bigger, a bit more sophisticated, as is the course. So we've got, you know, nice little lobby. Up here we've got a big bed. We've got my one of my piranhas is alive. The other's dead. We've got there's a hole in the roof, but that doesn't matter. In here, there isn't actually a toilet in my bedroom. This has been a bit of a theme that everywhere I've done, I've sort of forgot to put toilets in.
I don't understand how you can make a toilet and not put the actual toilet in.
Yeah, it's not been my finest. This is our break room, where we have dinosaur shooting lasers. Originally, on here, we did have, like a to-do board of everything we had to do. And how did you describe this room, Martha?
I don't know.
It's been that long. I think, didn't you describe it as like a worker break room or something rather than a living room?
Oh yeah, you said it was a living room originally, and I said it looks more like a depressing break room.
Yeah. All this, quite self-explanatory. Brewing stand, and Martha was the one who named all the NPCs, so...
Listen, that's why they live in a prison. It's because I watch murder documentaries while I build it.
So, down here, we have our little train system that I built. I think, is it? There we go. So this brings it out. And then in here, you've got tickets, and these tickets will take you off to the Carno zone. We are actually... just gonna... Could you... Oh. Martha might have to wait here.
Do you not want to walk there?
You can walk there. Oh, hop in. So yeah, we've got this. Can be a bit laggy at times. But we're just going to...
up by a creeper on the way there.
Yeah, that also happens. This is a bit explosive, this train. So this just takes us to the nuclear power plant. That is right next door. I don't like that sound. See? Told you it works.
Giant fucking hole in the floor.
Look, health and safety isn't important, okay?
You're going into a nuclear reactor.
Yep. So, this is our primary nuclear reactor. Let me just grab the... I think it was the level 5 key card, but I can't remember. Yes, it was.
Dig through the walls again.
So, don't dig through the walls. So, this disables our lasers. And you can just walk on through. And in here, we have a full 4 nuclear reactors to power the entire park. What could go wrong? These are definitely safe, and should definitely be left to their own devices. Martha seems a bit sceptical.
Oh, Fuck yeah.
You know those that give you radiation poisoning, right?
I don't care. Maybe I'll get superpowers.
Right, I'm going to leave you to it. Right, and when you get back on the train, if you click this button, ta-da, it picks up everything. So, back up we shall go.
Are you stuck in the wall?
Yeah, I mean, you were stuck in the wall for me.
Okay.
So, that's actually everything apart from this. There's not really anything down here. This is just the access to our original mine shaft. Which, when was the last time you even went down there, Martha?
Today.
Okay.
Marble.
I haven't been down there in probably about 2 months, so...
It's night.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep, and then we will continue the tour. Okay, so the next build we've got is probably the most recent major build we've done together, and it's the museum. So I think Martha took the lead on this, really, and what are your thoughts on the finished product?
I'm not very good at modern builds, so I think it looks quite good.
I love it. The only complaint I have is it generates like 80% of the server's lag.
Yeah, well, we knew it would when we put it in. I mean, there's a lot of like little figures and that in here. So
Yeah, so over on the left in here, we have a nice little cafe that is facing towards the long neck pen. Or at least it was before I came and put all these trees in that block the view. And then
and then in the middle, there's just a little enclosure. There's some microraptors in there.
Somewhere.
Spot them. They're just babies at the moment, so who knows where they are.
Probably hiding in the grass. So this is the aquatic zone of the museum, and this just gives it, really does put into context just how absolutely massive the Mosasaurus is. And some of the other ones. I do really like the design. You can see just over that way is where the Carno zone is. And in here, this was the gift shop. We did have all these little toys on all of these. I've gone through and ripped them out because the lag was driving me insane. But upstairs, just some more.
Yeah. I put the T-Rex on some stones, so I wanted to be like you're at eye height with the T-Rex when you're up here, because he was like below the railings before. But I think he looks more threatening. When you're
I
up
think
here with him.
another problem that I had, at least on my end, was that not all of these dinosaurs have poses, which is why like some, like the Goonlong, is just sort of standing there. And then others have poses, but the poses make them too big. Like, the Mosasaur has a very, very cool one, but it makes it very tall, and we would have had to redesign that entire back room to build it.
Yeah, like if I had to do it again, that roof would be taller, but because of how I designed this middle section, I didn't know how tall that was going to be anyway, so it looks a bit weird.
There is also an underground here. There's not really much point showing it. It's just storage. There's
Show
a
it
few...
if you want. It's just some boxes.
Yeah, we'll leave it. There's just a few boxes down there and stuff. It's nothing important. So we're actually going to go round the back of Herbivore for here, just so we can touch on the factory. So we'll just go down this way. We really should have brought the cars, shouldn't we?
Yeah, but I'm not entirely convinced these roads actually work. So it's probably not a good idea.
What do you mean, work?
Well, I planned them out and then I never tested them, so these could be basically unusable for cars.
I feel like the cars can use them. It's just that I've put some trees too close. So, this is sort of the top end of Herbivore, and was the last pens built. In here we have the Triceratops and Stegosaurus pens, which I think look really nice. And this was just, to be honest, Martha built this entire area, and I gotta say, this is probably the best work you did in Herbivore.
Yeah, like this little section up here is probably my favourite, like with the smaller pen here and then looking over to, I don't know what we called this, like a little car ride into the long neck.
Yeah. So you can go through into the long neck pen there, and we're not going to do it because it doesn't work all that well, I'll be honest. It's more of a mod issue than anything. But I'm just going to show you how these doors sort of work. So if we come inside...
I wouldn't use that one, there's one right up next to the door, I'd probably use the other one.
Yeah, well, we're going to go and use the other one. I will follow Martha's advice for once, because I don't want a containment breach. So basically, you click the button, and it slides the door up. And then you click the other button, and it slides the door down. I think. Martha, did you click the button to lock me back in?
I haven't clicked anything.
Oh, yeah, it is working as it's intended. But yeah, here we are, and I've just realised that is actually sort of a containment breach. I should probably put that door back up. Yeah.
Yeah, the idea was to be able to get like cars in to move the dinosaurs, if needed.
So, this is the entrance to the factory. And in here, I built something which I shouldn't really have built it. I don't know why I did it. Oh, we got Martha's little security
never
dog.
Used it.
Yeah. I mean, we were never gonna use it, but it took me several hours. So you'll see, the barrier has now disappeared. And if you wait a few seconds... Oh, it does take a very long time. And I'm not going to dig the floor up because... There we go. It goes back up the top. But basically, it teleports it under here and cycles it out. But up here, where this massive smoke chimney is, we have the factory. Oh, you can hear some dinosaurs behind the wall. This actually does work. You can actually get dinosaurs to sit in the back of here, regardless of how big or small they are.
It's a little glitchy.
Yeah, it's a little glitchy. Originally, we used it to sort of travel around. It was quite cool. Oop. I accidentally started it. Not what I meant to do. Over here, we have a postal delivery van that you can actually walk around in the back of. It does get a bit, like, bouncy sometimes. There's Martha's chicken farms over there, which are just like the chicken farm we showed earlier, but 3 of them. We have Dr. Porkchop's son, and Dr. Porkchop is our resident scientist. I don't know where he is currently. He seems to have just completely disappeared. But when we initially built the factory, he was up there in the security office. So we've got all sorts in here, to be honest. But this is how our ore production works. The miner collects it. It is then filtered on through to these chests there that filter it into the ore crusher, that duplicates it, takes it around, puts it into the arc furnace, and the arc furnace smelts it. But I need to update the arc furnace soon. Oh, you just sort of appeared from nowhere then. So now we're going to go down the backside of Herbivore. And
Do you not want to do your little garage?
There's no point. There is a little garage up there, but there's no point looking at it. It's just literally a place to build some cars. Yeah. Okay, so here we are, back at the top of Herbivore, and when you come along this way, this is the path down to the little ride. I gotta say, Martha, I do actually really like what you did with this entrance to it.
Yeah, it looks really good. I've tried to go, like I said, I'm not very good at like modern stuff. I've kind of tried to mix some of like my normal stuff, to, like Viking, medieval looking builds with modern things, which is sort of what's happened with Herbivore. So
I do really like it. Over here, we have the entrance to the boat ride. This is the top half of the entrance. And essentially, you can just sort of ride these around the river and get on and off down there. Originally, these were going to be automatic and were going to all do it themselves. But I had quite a few problems of getting that working, so I gave up. This does actually show one of the big things that gets pointed out of the park. There is no railings anywhere, really. Massive health and safety issue. But I don't really care.
I did try and put railings in that look really stupid, so, you know, if you're an idiot, you'll die.
Good way to live by. This in here is the restaurant, is this? Or is this just the bar?
This is like a bar seating area, so there won't be any food served. There's more like for adults and that.
I would like to point out something. I'm going to be bringing back some PTSD here for Martha.
Don't.
All of this was a normal hill. So this was like a very hilly area, and none of this river was naturally here. We came by ourselves and dug this out.
By hand.
By hand.
Using shovels.
Yeah, I think we eventually got a quarry out to flatten it in a lot of areas.
It was like to the back end, and it was less than half.
Yeah.
Like basically, this side that we're looking at was about as tall as what the left side is. Now, and I had to dig it all out by hand.
Took about 3 weeks of work. I want to say we spent 2.5, 3-ish weeks on this alone.
It was basically 3 weeks of solid mining, and it was awful.
then, yeah, it was difficult. Meanwhile, you were doing that, I was making a start on the Carno area because I was going that insane about it. So we've got this little walkway. There's not really much along here, but there's a lot of seating, and it's a lot of good ways for you to view the Cories, the Parasaurs, and I forget the names of the others, because there are so many dinosaurs here.
I think there's patches in there.
There are patches in one of the other pens. You can see some more long necks down there. There are some Brontos somewhere, but the long neck pen's quite big.
So this is just sort of like a little security office.
We've got some toilets.
Some toilets in there. We got Judgmental Pumpkin in the staff-only area.
Do you want to explain?
So I lost my mind while digging out the island, and the whole time there was just a pumpkin on the hill watching me, and I lost it a little, and I started calling it Judgmental Pumpkin, and now it watches over everyone. So
I don't think I mentioned Judgmental Pumpkin at all in any of my videos, actually.
Which is a shame, because I did actually lose it.
Yeah, so the only thing through here, this is sort of like a back service corridor. So down here we do have the access to the elevator, I believe. Is this? Oh, staff toilet, and then we've got the elevator down there. Yeah. I've not actually seen your staff toilet yet.
Oh. It's a bit basic. Yeah.
And then
we've got a kitchen all the way the other end for the fast food place.
And then we have a security booth as well. This is where we detain people guilty of espionage. And who's the security guard? Mr. Vladimir. Okay, so down here, that's the other entrance to the water ride. I don't think, have you actually seen that, Martha, that it goes through?
Yeah, I went down earlier. It's quite cool.
Yeah, it's quite a little way. So, we've got another restaurant down here. Do you want to show us?
This was originally going to have some dinosaurs in, but as I was digging it out, I found this really cool cave system. So I thought I'd make like a little different sort of restaurant, because all of our restaurants have dinosaurs in. Put some of the Jurassicraft logs in, and like just some of their blocks, just to make it a bit themed, and then obviously toilets in the back.
Yeah, I think it's quite nice.
It's a bit of a posh restaurant compared to some of the others. So
yeah, I do quite like it. I think it's turned out quite well. So if we just look back around here, the way we originally were going to move dinosaurs is, as I discussed before, we were going to use that van to drive them. And we did actually do that for the herbivore area. Yeah, one died. We did do it here originally. And the way we did it is we have these elevators down there. And there's a tunnel that you can just see there that goes underneath. It was a nightmare. We regretted doing it. I don't think we'd do it again.
It's cool looking that it does sort of function, but yeah.
Yeah, so the reason that we have a tunnel to get access to the other entrance of the boat ride is because we sort of built another pen on top of it without realising. Not our finest moment.
No, but it's a cool looking pen.
It is a very cool looking pen. So this is the other entrance down here. I'm not going to bother going down because it is literally just a tunnel with some flat escalators like at an airport. And this is Martha's beach, so I'll let her show us around it.
Yeah, I just had a load of spare empty areas, so I thought I'd do a little nature area with a little bit of a relaxing beach that people can come and sit on, and that's not meant to be there. And so, it's got a little ice cream van, which took me way too long to build. But yeah, it's just this little lifeguard hut as well, so I just wanted a little relaxing area from the rest of the park.
The lifeguard hut is also the check-in for this hotel, which is the Gallimimus one. And this one was actually the first one we built, if I remember.
Yeah, it's the first hotel done. So the idea was like sort of like a little wooded hut type thing, like again like a little nature area away from everything.
Yeah, and you can actually live with the Gallimimus in here, so you'll see they're sort of running around. There was also a random quarry. I can't remember if we put that in there or if it.
Basically originally we didn't have enough Gallimimus, so there was a couple of quarries and patches in here. I don't know what happened to them, but there is only one left, so you know.
Who knows, any number of things could happen. But as you can see, we have now basically looped all the way around the park and covered pretty much a full half of it. So we've covered herbivore, we've covered the sort of like the lab and the museum. So now we'll head over to the small dino area. just on the way to the small dino area, we do have this nice little bookshop that I built because I didn't really know what else to put here. So this was an area that I pretty much built entirely on my own, this bit. Is Martha rubber banding? I believe she is rubber banding. But
Oh
here,
my god, I just teleported.
oh, well, oh god, have you just teleported all the way through the garden centre?
Yeah.
Well, here's the garden centre, as you can see. This is where you can buy all the prehistoric plants. Let me just eat some eggs, I think. Yeah, look, you can see some little dinosaurs running around.
Ooh, that's cool.
My eggs are being...
The egg test is failing.
yeah, which isn't surprising, this area has always been quite laggy. Hang on. One sec.
I just realised we've got to put seating in this area.
Doesn't matter. Right. Okay, so we have this sort of airlock, and you come on out. And outside here, the whole idea is you're able to walk around with little dinosaurs. So we have like a little pack of dodos. There were more of them. I don't know where the other two have wandered off to. And just down this way, we have a little kid park. We have probably the worst thing I've built, which is this slide. I don't think it looks very good, and it's definitely not my best work. I think you would agree, Martha.
I have no comment.
You have no comment on my slide building skills.
Yeah.
We also got a trampoline. As you can see, this area currently is a bit laggy. I think partly it's our internet, and it's also partly that there's just so much going on in this little area. So many dinos and stuff. I can't even pick up the crafting table. But yeah, so we've got a working slide. Sort of working. And over here, this is definitely the best bit I've built, these swings. I custom built them using chiseling bits, and I have seen a dinosaur sit on them before, so I'm a bit too big to fit on. But we've just got a little cafe through there, which we're just going to bypass for now, because we're going to head into the main hotel that I've built. So inside the main hotel, we have sort of like a buffet, all-you-can-eat restaurant with Mr. Goron, who is here to serve. Welcome, take any seat. Why, thank you, kind sir. We have sort of like a traditional English buffet selection of egg, sausage, bacon, toast, and mushroom that no one ever eats. And just a little swimming pool down here. Originally, I wanted this to be quite a bit bigger, actually. It's one of those things that I had quite big plans for, and then I just sort of lost the motivation to do it, because there wasn't room, it was going to hit the ocean. There's so much I've already had to do for the area. And in his...
This NPC's the stupidest looking one I've ever seen.
You know I hand designed him, right?
Okay,
So, this is the lobby of the hotel. Over here, we have a shady merchant, who if you trade with, for 8 emeralds, he will sell you a block of emerald. Now, that may seem like a good deal, but if there's one thing I've discovered, it's that it's a fake block. It's actually made from cardboard, not emerald. Got a fancy little restaurant in here that has some more food out and ready to be served. We have the cookie jar next to the aptly named reception list.
It's not sexist at all.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Yeah, you put him there.
Prove it.
Why won't it work? Okay, there we go.
Here we go. So we've got the elevator. I don't think Martha's going to follow me down to the underwater hotel because...
No, it's going to give me a fucking fit.
So it was fine. I want people to know this was fine until I updated the mod and I updated the Jurassicraft mod. Then everything sort of went... Did you just buy something from the computer?
No.
Right. You can see these textures don't really work very well now. They were fine before, they're not anymore. We've got this hotel room. Oh. And just through here, you can look out, you can see the mosasaur, you can see all the other ones. Nice little bathroom, just custom-built wardrobe. I'm going to get out of here as quickly as possible. So, back in the lobby, over here, we have our elevators. I'm just going to call the elevator back down to me. Let's head up to the top floor. And I'll just show you some of the hotel rooms. I think there's 27 odd hotel rooms in this part of the hotel, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head.
No barriers.
No barriers again. You know, if you fall, it's your own fault. Just gonna... the rubber banding in this part of the map is getting a bit insane.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh, fuck!
Oh, it worked! It worked!
I didn't go off, fuck you!
Oh. I'm disappointed now, I'm sad. But yeah, in here, we've got... These are all the other hotel rooms. We've got a custom mini fridge. We've got this nice little wardrobe. And through here, the bathroom.
Josh.
Yeah.
We did something last time we were in this room.
Yeah, you can tell Martha's been in here. On our next mod pack, you're just banned from eggs. I'm telling you that now.
Well, you can start. I'll have eggs.
That is actually something I'm going to have to add eggs to that next mod pack for you.
Yeah.
So, if you just...
There it is.
Did you buy fireworks? Of course you did. So, we've got a few computers scattered around from the Mr. Crayfish mod, and you can use them to buy fireworks.
They're Christmas fireworks.
Oh, Christmas fireworks, even fancier. So we're just going to follow this elevator up when my lag doesn't destroy me. Martha, can you not fire fireworks in the elevator? Have you considered that's maybe a bit unsafe?
Nah, you've put no railings on anything, so you can't really talk.
That is true. I think this is the highest point in the entire park, and we've got a nice little hot spring regeneration pool. It does give you regeneration, heals you up nice and good. And down here, you can just see some of the areas we're going to be going to in a minute. Well, the only other thing we have in the hotel is this little penthouse that is up on the top floor. You can see right out over there towards the Spinosaur pen. You can see the tacos and some of the other stuff all around. There's not really much to show here, to be honest. You know, you got some proper beds. You've got a nice big bath, and this is the bathroom that I did actually remember to add the toilet in. Me and Martha are just going to sleep till day, and then we'll continue the tour. So, through here, we have the aquatic zone, which has a tunnel that connects it to the hotel. Up here, we have these sort of like steps, so you can just, you know, sit here, look at the fish, but currently all the fish are sort of sitting at the bottom of the pool. They're not dead, I promise. They are actually alive, and they do move occasionally. We've got the fish pie shop up there. This loops around. We will go down there soon. In fact, we'll go through here and then loop round and then go down there in reverse. So this is Stephen. Do you want to explain why we have a sea monster head here, Martha?
I built them in a different themes that we did.
Theme park.
Yeah, and I couldn't think of anything to do, so thought I'd bring it back.
Yeah, and it now, in the previous one, it acted as an entrance to a roller coaster. And here, it acts as the entrance to our little aquarium. So you come on down, we've got a big sign. We've got CCTV everywhere. In fact, let me just... Oh, that's a paleo pad. That is not my CCTV camera. As you can see, I can actually connect a CCTV around the park. Oh, there we are. I can sort of like, you know, zoom around. I can zoom in and stuff. It's quite cool.
You forgot to do the roof.
Where?
Here. Just don't look at it.
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, so you come... So anyway, yeah. I'm going to have to redo that bit now, Martha, because you've said that in the middle of me recording.
Sorry.
Hang on. That's fine. So yeah, so as you can see, the cameras, you can actually move them around and zoom in and stuff. They're really, really cool. I do like them. You can get night vision on them. I don't really know how that works, though. You can zoom in really far. And I've got them all throughout the park. I think there's 30 in total. We've got the little Erit petting pool here. Through here, we've got the next part, which... What are these filled with, Martha?
I have no idea.
Mixosauruses. That's what they're called. I knew they had a name. Through here, we've got a pack of mega piranhas, and if you go up there, you can sort of drop in through the roof to feed them. It's a bit cool, but... We've got alligator gars, colonefs, and then if you've ever been to like Sea Life Birmingham, we have the tunnel with the worst sunken pirate ship of all time. That is just through there, but luckily it's so dark you can't see it. We've got another gift shop here with a few toys, obviously Mosasaur, the Stixos, the alligator gars, all sorts of cool little stuff. So let's take the elevator down, Martha. I think you might have another issue again with a little coffee shop. And
yeah, you can go in there.
yeah, we're not going to bother going all the way down, but we have a big underwater restaurant. The textures annoy me as well. I will... yeah. We've got another underwater tunnel, but this one, if you look down, you get a bit of a better view. We've got the mosasaur.
Holy shit, you can actually see it.
Yeah, now that I've put... I spent ages going down and putting glowstone under there so you can actually see them. That lets you buy night vision potions. Through here, we have sort of like the maintenance pool. This is a bit glitchy at the moment, but if I was to detach it and reattach it, you can move it around. It is literally the Seamoth from Subnautica. You can drive it. I've done it on the videos of making this place. And this button just controls the door so that it can open and close. So if you head with me, Martha. I think isn't this one of your favourite bits, if I remember?
Yeah. Also the one for the boats as well.
Yeah, so we've got these escalators, but I can't make the escalators go down. I can only make them go up or flat. So I've sort of been using them as a way to speed up walking along areas that's going to take forever. Also, I just want people to appreciate, look on the map in the top right. You're going to see there's that big circle there. That was from something which we're going to go and have a look at now, which drove me insane. So it comes up here. And I'm just going to need to remember what level keycard this is. I believe it's level 4. Yes, it is. This brings you through. That. Yeah, we're going to pretend that's not there. So this takes you down, and I spent an entire week building this. I want people to know that before we walk on through. I spent a week on just this. It is the Dinosaur Fight Club. So, yeah, I quite like it. You can basically raise the middle wall, which is what I'm going to do now, and you can also open the side doors as well. Can you stop setting off fireworks everywhere? How many did you buy?
A lot.
Oh my god. You didn't need to buy so many. But yeah, the middle wall raises, that goes down, dinosaurs fight each other to the death, and then whoever is killed is eaten for dinner.
Totally ethical.
I have never built anything that is not ethical, Martha. I resent you suggesting that. This is going to bring us into the far side of Carno.
Sorry.
We've got the Raptor restaurant in here that has a bunch of Troodons, which are currently sleeping because it's the day. Hello. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. So we have the Atrociraptor pens down there. And over here we have the Velociraptor pens. I'm just going to show you something very fun that we have with the pens. So you can just see down here, we've got all these raptors. They're all happy. But if you come under here, there is actually like a tunnel network that connects all the pens. I don't know if there's one currently loaded. No, there's not. So I'm just going to load one now. If you look out here, we've got the raptors. They're all ready to feed. I click this button, and the goat pops out. Let's see how long it takes the raptors to realise they've got fresh food. Here we go. They've gone, they've eaten it, and that is them nice and fed. So on the inside there, it's just got more info on what all the dinosaurs are. Through here, we have the Carnosaurus and the Barox pen. In here, we have the Swamp one. And we're just going to loop around, because we've just missed a few pens by going under the ground, which are like iconic pens. The Taco stand, Spinosaurus pen, and of course, the massive T-Rex pen with its own little cave. And the Giga pen that has a dead T-Rex in it, because why not? Another thing with this, I did mention that there's like the tunnel systems that go behind all these walls. You can come in here, drop food out to get the dinosaurs to come in and eat. Oh, that raptor spotted me then. And you can actually raise the wall and keep them trapped in the little sleeping area. But just through here is an elevator to get down to the admin zone. We have in here the Dilo, some compies, and some other... Oh, got stuck in the wall then. That's unusual. Over here, we have the, whichever one this is. Diney's, that's it. And a Nino. There was another one in here, They keep dying, the ones in this pen, and I don't know why. It's got this bit of a bigger pen that has a bunch of dinos in, and also has the cave. And if I'm not mistaken, Martha, I think, is that everything? Apart from the most recent edition of these ribs, which I absolutely love, that Martha built today. Literally, the last thing she built on the park.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do something like this for ages, and I had a bunch of bones left over, so...
Yeah, let's just head back here. So, that is the entire park done. To be honest, I can't believe it took us 105 days to build this. Can you, Martha?
I thought it took longer, but I did lose my mind somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, it took 15 weeks, really. It's not really much more to say. It's just that... It's just insane. I feel like we could have done it a lot quicker. I also feel like...
You can shut the fuck up.
That's the problem. I do feel like we also could have spent a lot longer on here. I think about... When we got to about week 10, I decided we would be done in 5 weeks, based off the progress we'd done. And I remember the conversation with you, Martha, wasn't exactly constructive when I told you that. I believe there was a lot of name-calling, a lot of threats. But I just want to tell you, you were fucking wrong. We did it.
I feel like I was bullied.
You were. But you bullied me back, so it's fine. Is there anything you want to say about the park? Any reflections or anything else before we end the video?
Not really.
Perfect. I'm not surprised. In case you can't tell, Martha doesn't exactly like talking to anyone, really. I feel like you tolerate me at most.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you for joining us in building Jurassic Park. I've said that at the end of every video, and it's just weird to say it for the final time. To be done. So, thank you. And I think it is actually appropriate that Martha sets off the fireworks now.
I think I've crashed.
Well, Martha's crashed. We've set off the fireworks. Goodbye. Have a good day.